Hi, this is Josh with The Big Tomato. Today I would like to give you a brief rundown of the different techniques used to take clones from plants. The first technique and the most common technique and the most simplest technique would be to actually take the cut from the plant and to use some kind of media like a rock wool cube such as what you see right here, or the rapid rooter, which is a composted tree bark. This is an organic alternative right here. And those are going to be the media that I'm going to place inside of my growing environment, my propagation dome here. You're going to want to take the cut from the base of the plant and leaving yourself approximately 2 to 3 inches of uninterrupted stem. You're going to want to take a surgical scalpel or a razor blade that's been cleaned with alcohol to remove any of the packing grease, but just make sure it's as clean as possible. And you're going to make a 45-degree angle cut in that plant's stem. Once I do that, I'm going to immediately put it into a rooting hormone. These are all different combinations of rooting hormones right here. I have both liquid and the gels. For this particular style, when I'm using a media, the gels tend to perform better because they will prevent air embolism or air penetration of that plant cell by coating that exposed cut tissue with a gel substance. Usually you're going to have to re-wet any of your media down about every other to every third day. You're looking for a moisture level of about a sponge that's been wrung out. You don't want to oversaturate. That could definitely slow down the cloning process. A couple things that you really want to be aware of is that when you do re-wet those cubes, or when you do use the rock wool cubes, you're going to want to pre-soak these for a day ahead of time at a very low pH of 5.5 to make sure they're buffered correctly. Clones like a lower pH, a more acidic pH. So you're looking for that pH level of around 5.7 to 5.8 when re-wetting any of these medias. Usually it'll take you anywhere, depending on whether it's a hardwood or whatever type of plant you are trying to clone, it can take anywhere from 3 days to 3 weeks or to a month. Just be patient and maintain that proper environment. Temperature is another big thing that can slow you down. You want to maintain an environment between 72 and 76 degrees consistently with a consistent light source. If you do all these things, that plant wants to take root, it wants to live, you will have success in your cloning. Another popular technique of taking cuttings for your plants would be the aeroponic method. This method is very effective and you can have a very high success rate and a very short turnover period, but it does require a little bit more attention. You do have to maintain that proper temperature of 72 to 76 degrees, maintaining a little bit closer to the 72 if you can. And you also want to be aware of the pH value. You want to be between that 5.5 to 5.7. With the aeroponic technique, you're going to want to use a liquid concentrate rooting hormone, vice one of the gels. That will make sure that the gel, that it has time to absorb in there before being washed off like the gels tend to do. They can also cause some issues with clogging the sprayers in your aeroponic cloners. But this technique is definitely by far the most effective and efficient way of getting a high success rate with your clones, but it does require a little bit more attention.